Hi guys. Sorry it's been a while. It is the summertime, so some of you know I live in a neighborhood that has a ton of kids in it that are all similar in age. So summertime, I have like 6 kids here or more at all times. And I also like to take time to spend with my own children, obviously. Working from home still doesn't mean that I get a lot of time off actually, but I can sort of move things around and schedule it so I can finish up early and have time with my kids before they go back to school. And we usually try to do a vacation before they go back to school, because then they're gone for 40 hours a week, and it's a big change, so I try to get time in them with them when I can. So today's video is going to be on tarot readings. I would say recently we're doing more readings through the site, and I've noticed a trend coming up with readings for relationships. This has always happened, but specifically lately, this has been happening quite a bit. So you do a reading for someone, and they want a relationship reading. They want to know if the relationship is worth pursuing, or if it's going to lead to marriage, or something along these lines. When I say relationship, I'm talking about a romantic relationship at this point, not platonic. So, and they'll get maybe a 3-card reading, and they'll get their reading, and because it didn't have the Lover's card in it, or because it didn't have the 10 of Cups in it, they think that the world is ending. So what is happening is that they're getting readings that are saying, right now it's time to focus on yourself, and there's some things going on with yourself that you need to straighten out. And then once that happens, they'll get like a card that's like the Sun card at the last card, which is like, okay, well, once you take care of these things with yourself, or maybe these things with your finances, something's going on with your finances, and it's not suitable for you right now to try to invest a lot in a romantic relationship, because that's just not where your attention should be. And then they get the Sun card that says, but if you do these things, then the relationship is going to work out. You have to address these few things first before you can have the relationship that you want. So now, because like I said, they didn't get one of those 2 cards, or one of the other cards that means they're getting married or something, they flip out and sort of throw in the towel, and they're like, oh well, I guess it's not going to work out, so I guess I shouldn't even bother, and I guess I wasted my money. Well, I mean, you got an answer, which is what you were looking for, and how you interpret that answer is up to you. But there will often be readings where there's not one negative card in the layout. It's just because they didn't get the answer they wanted. They're like, it's their panties are in a bunch about it, and it's like, well, if you already knew the answer, then what are you getting a tarot reading for? If you just wanted to have something regurgitated to you, and something, the same thing you've been telling yourself, if that's what you want, well, then just keep telling yourself whatever you want to. What's the point of looking for any type of divine guidance, or trying to tap into your subconscious to bring out real issues that need to be addressed so that you can obtain your goals? So there's people say, oh, when you go to get a tarot reading, you need to be really open. And I don't even think anymore it's the fact of you need to be open-minded because it's a tarot reading and they're spooky and mysterious. Because I think a lot of people are past that point now. I don't even think we need to address that. I think being open is actually being open to the information that's coming through the cards, and actually listening to it, and stop acting like you already know everything about the situation and how to fix it, because if you did, you wouldn't have needed a damn tarot reading. So when you're getting a tarot reading, just try to be open. If you're not ready and you're not open, then don't get one. So you can actually use the information that's coming forth. And if it's telling you, hey, you need to correct all these other problems in your life before you have a healthy place to have a relationship, before you have a healthy home and a healthy environment, You have to correct these other things, because what's happening is people are just looking at the fact that their relationship isn't how they want it to be. Well, why is that? Is it because you're always arguing about money? And that's a huge strain on the relationship, so you're constantly fighting, and somebody is always storming out of the house and taking off because they're so tired of arguing about money. Now, would that be a relationship issue, or would that be a money issue? I can tell you 100% that's a money issue. There's also probably some communication issues there. Nobody should be storming around and taking off, but sometimes that's easier said than done. Sometimes, we just have bad arguments. So we work on the communication, and we work on what's going on with your guys' finances to where you're always arguing about this. Is there overspending going on? Is somebody working too many hours so you guys don't have enough time together? Is somebody not maybe being as ambitious as they could be, and you're wanting them to go for a better position or whatever, and they don't want to do that themselves? So that's something you guys need to talk about. So the talking is key. Like, what's going on? Why isn't the relationship working out? So and then that will come up in the cards. The cards are going to say, hey, your finances are jacked up, and people will go, oh, well, that reading didn't tell me anything about my relationship. Well, yeah, it did. You're not wanting to confront your problems. So what it comes down to is being realistic, confronting your issues, taking responsibility, and taking accountability. The days of people believing in magic pills and, tarot readings fixing everything and spells fixing everything, I think we're past that age. This area of your life, the spiritual avenues in your life, require just as much work as the physical avenues in your life, and the emotional avenues in your life, and your psychological avenues in your life. So if you're taking time to take care of all those things, if you're taking time to take care of your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, then you have to take time to take care of your spiritual health. So those things, there is no magic pill anymore. You have to fix what's around the situation. You have to fix the environment. You can't just fix the one little pinpoint problem in the middle of it and think all this chaos on the outside of it is just going to dissolve or something, or go away. Because what's going to happen is, even if we say we could, so you get the answer you want from the tarot cards, and it says, oh yeah, you guys are getting back together tomorrow. He's moving back in. He's treating you like a queen. He's paying your bills. Anything that you could want. Okay, just whatever. And then, so that happens, and then the next day, well, the finances are still messed up. So then you guys, he might have moved back in, but you guys are still arguing about money, and then he leaves again. So you have to fix these outside extenuating circumstances, which means being honest with yourself and really taking a look at what your issues are, and having the maturity and the tenacity to go after those and fix those. So, maybe you don't need a love spell first. Maybe you need something to help you with your finances, help you get the better job, or help you with overspending, or help you with saving, or, help you get promoted, or whatever. And this is just one scenario. This could be anything. This could be, you're not taking enough time for self-care and self-love, so you're not attracting the right people to you. So if your body, your energy, your mind, your spirit isn't ready to house and accept a proper relationship, a proper respectful relationship, then you're not going to draw that into your life. You have to create a healthy environment to foster healthy relationships. So you have to start with yourself. So sometimes you just gotta look it in the face and deal with your shit, because nothing good is going to come into your life if it's a mess, because nothing can bloom there, nothing can grow, nothing can foster things. Your goals are not going to be reached if you're not creating this environment for them to live in. It's like having a child, and you don't want to like bring a child into the world and not have the proper environment to take care of it, right? You don't want to wish for something to happen. You don't want to create something, to make something, and then bring it into where you really aren't ready to take care of it. You're really not ready to commit. You're really not ready to sacrifice the things that you need to sacrifice in order for it to grow and be healthy and successful and prosperous. You know, those are that's how you have to look at things. So if you want a healthy relationship in your life, you've got to take a look at, wow, you know, what are the areas I need to work on so that I'm ready for that. I think that that's a really important thing that people miss. And like I said, probably because it can be kind of down and dirty. That means we have to admit some things about ourselves. Things maybe we're not good at, things maybe we've fallen short on, things maybe we gave up too quickly on, things that we're not really trying hard enough at. But once you start addressing those things, even taking that initial step of saying, okay, I'm ready to really evaluate my life and make a list of some things I know I need to work on, some things that I think I could work on, maybe some past things that I need to look at that could be interfering in my relationships or my finances or my home life or my job or whatever, and really start to go down the list one by one and just say, I acknowledge this. I'm ready to start working on it. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I'm taking responsibility and I'm putting it out there to the universe. I'm ready to work on this. I'm ready to work on myself. I'm ready because I love myself, because I want the best for myself. So I want to fix these things in my environment and in around my circumstances so that I can draw in other people and other situations and other opportunities that are going to be helpful and positive and healthy for me. So, you know, just start making a list of just, you know, some things that bad habits you have. Who cares? Nobody's going to see it. Just write it down. It's not like it's, you know, that initial step might be a little bit hard, but I'm telling you, you take that first step and the universe sees that and it's like, oh, she might be ready now. I think she's ready. And then you'll be surprised with that tiny, tiny little step of just admitting, maybe I don't know everything. Maybe I should listen to the tarot cards when I, you know, dismissed the reading. Maybe I have made a couple of bad choices. Maybe I could work on this area. And you'll be surprised just opening that up and letting that go and popping that balloon, because I feel that's how I always envision and tell people to envision their negativity. It's in a big balloon and you're like, you know, you're hanging on to it, but this is a balloon. It's not like a helium balloon. This is like a balloon filled with lead, and you can't go anywhere because that balloon is so filled up with negativity lead that you're just you can't float away and travel and reach the things that you're supposed to be reaching. You got to pop that balloon and let that lead come out and let it all just flow on away, go wherever it needs to go away from you, because you don't need to deal with it. You have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. Just take one little initial step, and that's just like I said, you know, making some lists of things that you need to work on. So if you know those are addressed, you can start to open up and let, you know, healthy, positive things come into your life, new opportunities, new people, new friends, new relationships, you know, all kinds of new stuff. But you got to get the old junk out of the way because you don't have any room right now. Your balloon's too full. So you gotta make some room for yourself, and making room for yourself is the best way to start is by being accountable, taking responsibility, and just, you know, starting somewhere. And we're not perfect. We all do it. We all hang on to crap, you know, but it's okay. Letting that crap go is good, but you can't let it go until you say you got crap. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's today's little video on tarot readings, how to look at them, how to get more out of them, and also how to sort of address your spiritual avenues in your life and correcting them so that you can have what you truly deserve. So I hope that you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.